country.
What is up, YouTube?
Shabuzi?
How's it
Post
going,
Malone.
everybody? Post Malone. You know, Beyonce.
Post
Oh,
Malone.
Jelly Roll?
Beyonce.
Post Malone.
I'm sensing a trend here.
Maybe a little.
What's up, people?
You know, I just realized I never did levels on Lindsay, so we'll have to figure that out.
Well, down about a couple clicks.
Yeah, basically.
What is that supposed
You
to
could probably
mean?
just mute her and get the ambient sound.
You're so rude.
That's
the
probably
stage
true.
mic.
It is probably
I will.
true.
I'll have to play with it later, but that's fine. I can do that. All right, I'm ready to go when y'all are.
Ooh, how's the
Hold
camera?
on.
How's the frames look?
What, like the?
Are we choppy?
No, it doesn't seem to be.
It's not.
All right, we look good.
Let me pull up the Tubi.
It's,
I sent
hold
my
on.
linkies.
It's not popping up.
Well,
It'll pop up.
Okay, there it goes.
I would say it should.
Volumes down,
Hold
people.
on, I just need to get the link.
Shabuzi.
Yeah, looks good. Looks good.
I'm doing double duty.
If you guys are in the chat, make sure you say hello.
Or don't. It's okay.
Actually, if you don't say hello,
We just
you
know
don't
you're
like
watching.
us.
It's fine. What's up, DJ? Hey, go let's see
What's up,
DJ?
DJ?
This guy,
Hey.
Mr. Reliable.
Yep, hey, that's what I'm here for.
DJ
All right.
taught me today that you can jumpstart a computer. Didn't know that was a thing.
Yep, it's 100%.
I don't
thing.
believe it.
You want
me
to
to-
try it? DJ, all right, let's do this again.
We'll try it a little bit later.
Matt, say we're live.
What's up, everyone? We are live.
Live! We'll do it live!
We'll do it live. Look at this. We're making content for social media that y'all are watching live right now.
Oh, I'm
about that.
so confused.
This is what's that movie?
Inception.
Yeah,
This is a movie.
I haven't
with-
seen it, but I
It's
get
a
the idea.
podcast within the podcast. A dream
About to
within the
wake up.
dream.
Ooh, a podcast within a podcast. Untapped market right there.
Dude, I think we have something.
Did they answer that question? Can you dream within a dream?
They go 3 levels deep, I believe, if not 4.
What
So
are y'all
it's-
talking
so it is
about?
possible.
Inception, you haven't seen
Oh,
it.
see, I haven't seen the movie. Y'all went too deep.
I don't understand.
So did,
any of
so
it.
did they. You'll get it when you see it.
I'm only a level 1 sleeper. I can only get 1 dream sequence.
You dream?
Sometimes.
Wait, you go to sleep? All right, are you guys ready
Oh,
for
man.
like
That
for
makes
real to
sense.
start?
Just about.
Hold
You
on,
guys
I'm
still
doing
set it?
double duty.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
She said
Bro, we've been
double
working,
duty.
DJ.
All right, well, if y'all are
you
gonna
write
do-
one intro, put a thumbnail
He
together.
jump started a computer.
Oh, fair enough.
never
Okay.
seen
Yeah,
that.
what did you do?
Let's not
Play
roast-
music?
Huh?
I said,
I
what did
played
you-
a bunch of copyright music that our people
Got a
can't listen to.
footrest.
I did bring a footrest.
Living in luxury.
This is a vibe.
Yeah.
I'm digging the tire as a footrest.
You know, we have
Put a
a
little
couple
fire pit in
we
there?
We could literally put one here so we could both share it. Put one over there. and
Yeah,
then
but
do a
it'll be
fire
hard to
pit.
sit down.
I mean, that's true. Okay, hear me out.
All right,
we
I'm
lower it
ready
from the
now.
ceiling.
All right, I'm ready. Lindsay, you ready?
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I'm prepared.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, good.
You're
'cause our,
peppered?
our music just ran out.
Not
I
pepper.
said I'm prepared.
All right, here we go. After many cautions, Joey Logano steals one at Texas and gets his first win and, fun fact, his first top 5, I can't even say it, this season. That's your champion for you. There was several big wrecks.
man.
I'm struggling a little bit. There are several big wrecks. Many big drivers were caught up in everything. We are here for the speed. What is up? My name is DJ. I'm glad to be with you guys. I'm joined by...
What do you mean by big drivers first? Like tall or like name?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it worked in today's case.
All right.
There's a lot of them.
What's up? I'm Jake. We have a special guest today. My beautiful wife, Lindsay, decided to join us. Jeff couldn't make it, so
Well, I
Everyone
was
turn.
actually the last resort because Jeff and Nate were out, but it's okay. I'm here and I'm happy about
Nate
it.
wanted to play basketball.
This guy.
Nate's
Whatever.
sporty.
Sometimes.
He created a whole basketball league, and then we needed him. He was like, I can't bail. I created the league.
What's up, everyone?
That's
Matthew
fair.
here. Local Brad Kozlowski fan. Another bad Brad day.
Yeah.
Another bad Brad day.
We're 11 strong. Can we make it 12?
I don't know.
I mean, we lucked out of a lucky number 2 with Ross, so
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
It's been a rough year to be a Trackhouse / Ross fan.
It's been
I
rough.
mean,
I
you're the
wouldn't- I
Trackhouse
don't
fan more than
know.
me, DJ. But
It's been really rough this year.
I mean, a second place finish is great. I would be
Oh,
jumping
no,
off
no,
the
no,
wall.
no,
no,
if it was
yes,
Brad.
yes. But
I
like,
would have said he won.
we had to wreck half the field first. Like, I mean, in all fairness, you know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
remember SVG
Had to get Brad out of 25th so we could get to 24th and keep working our
SVG,
way
who
up.
has been finishing in the 30s, finished 18th.
Stacking
That
wrecks.
to give you an idea.
He didn't wreck this week, so hats off.
Hey,
there was
you
a
know-
lot of people that finished high that don't normally. Like Eric Jones was up there.
Top 5.
Yeah, which
Great
is
job for
awesome.
him.
Good for them. But
Yep. Real quick,
even
before
my
we
boy
deep dive,
AB,
before we deep dive in all this, Jeff couldn't make it tonight. He may be out for a couple weeks. He's got some stuff going on at home with some of his family. So our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family as he goes through what he's going through. We're not going to go into details here, obviously, but just kind of want to let you all know about that. So be thinking about Jeff if you don't mind, and thoughts and prayers for him. So
Get used to Lindsay.
Wow. Jeff, you've been replaced.
you'll understand
There
as we
goes
go
our
on.
views.
that's so rude. If it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for me, y'all would have no views.
That's real.
That is
one
know,
bazillion.
If it
times
was
true.
actually, if it wasn't for Lindsay and Matt's wife Megan, there would be no podcast.
Yeah. So
That's
put
actually
some
true.
respect on my name, please.
Well, okay, hold on. Yeah.
No,
No,
we
you're right.
got badgered for a
It's
year
really true.
That's
for
true.
watching the races and sitting there and talking about it for an hour about what happened.
You might as well at least do a podcast.
Yeah, y'all. All y'all do is sit here and talk about it for an hour.
Might as well do a
yeah,
podcast
but
anyway.
because you guys always said you wanted to do it, and then finally we were like, why don't you just do it? The worst that's gonna happen is y'all have fun. Like
We have had some fun.
So,
There's
Only a
definitely
little.
been
to do
some
some
fun.
really cool stuff.
only a little bit of
we
fun.
have a lot more cool stuff coming.
Yeah.
That's true.
A lot more.
We got and honestly, there's a bunch of things we've been talking about that are like, hey, I got this great idea, and it's like, yeah, we're not quite ready for that yet. But so we've got things that like are coming up that are going to be fun, and then we have things that we're
we've
like
had to pause some
two or
opportunities
three levels deep
that have
that
come
we're
to
gonna.
us.
We-
We've had to pause some of them.
Jason says, "Okay, who's Lindsay?"
Disrespectful.
That's what everyone
So-
says.
Yeah, it's funny you say that.
Disrespectful.
There are some very exciting things that we are working on for this year. We don't want to go into details yet because we don't obviously know all the details,
We're like
but they
halfway through
could
the
be
year.
they could be very exciting, very fun. Get to do some
For sure.
really cool stuff, and then we already got plans for next year for a championship weekend that could be legendary.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah, yeah.
one
It
of a
might be like
kind.
one of a kind. Yeah.
Nobody else is doing this kind of stuff. That there are some doors that may open. So, anyways,
All our Florida friends, Miami next year. Set it up. Come on.
Yeah.
let's go.
We
Tin
got
it up.
plenty of time to plan.
That's
But-
true.
Yeah,
true.
so it's good stuff in the works. But yeah, I guess we owe that all to our wives. So
Yep.
I also named the podcast.
technically, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but y'all wouldn't have even thought about it. If
Honestly,
it
I'm
wasn't.
just shocked you guys chose an idea that Matt made.
You didn't present it. It's just something like that you said, and I thought, oh, that would
that'll
be
work.
a cool name.
I'm just like, oh, cool. I did
And we've gotten a lot of
99
compliments
things wrong,
on it.
one thing
This
right.
is true.
We have actually.
A lot of people have said that it's such a cool name. So it's really like Matt said some nonsense, and then I just remembered it.
That's real.
I think Matt gave the most true answer you could ever say the first time.
Oh
you
my
go
gosh,
into a
I like
race.
this Jason guy.
What do you say? What do you say?
That'll change.
Yeah, just give it time.
Oh no, Jason, 100%. Lindsay is absolutely Lindsay and her sister Megan. So obviously, me and Matt married sisters. DJ is the brother to the sisters. The
We
sisters-
promise it's all legal.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
stop.
going way too in the weeds.
That's weird.
No, but Lindsay and Megan, all the social content, all the stuff, they are. Anytime we got to film some stupid video, that's how we do it.
Yeah.
That,
Just
but,
for
it
the
gets,
record,
but it'll get
I-
like
I met
10,000
Megan
views.
in high school, so
What's funny is
I didn't know any of these people.
What's funny is on social media, it's usually me that's messaging people, so we'll like talk about interviews and stuff like that, and then I'll be like, okay, we'll do it at 12 o'clock, and then the guys pop up and they're like, hi, and they're like, oh, or if it's me like about something else, and then I pop up, they're like, oh, hi.
Yeah, that's
Like-
pretty
Yeah.
true.
So yeah,
Pretty
All the
much.
secrets are coming out, guys.
Yeah. Well, we
Anyway, let's jump into the
hope
a
you
race.
tea
enjoyed this
spiller.
peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, right.
A little bit.
it's good, it's fun.
Yes.
Let's get into it. Texas this
All right,
week.
So let's talk about the Cup race. So overall, let's go jump straight into ratings.
Straight into
guys,
ratings.
What do you guys think in ratings?
Checker flag. I thought it was
Really?
great. Fantastic
Nothing.
race.
Nothing you could change.
I mean, my driver's not wrecking and killing themselves, for a lack of a better word. You know, like just ending the day.
The
But
best part
I thought
of
the race was
the
great.
best part about Brad was like he is 2 car lengths ahead of anybody. He's like, somebody got my left rear.
That was great.
So just as a quick rundown for the fantasy league, I had the 77, the 19, I had the 54, I had Keselowski, I had Josh Berry at one point, and did I say Chase Briscoe? Every single driver wrecked, except for I think Ty Gibbs got away with it, but he got stuck a lap down on like one of the final restarts. So
on that pit sequence, right? He eventually got off, but he was so far
he was
back.
so far back. I mean, it was just an atrocious day for me. I was like, well, how can
So
it make it
checker
any
flag.
worse?
And the worst thing is, and the funny
the
thing is,
racing
like,
was great. I loved it.
I didn't even end up picking my drivers because I got busy and so I had all my Talladega picks.
You've done that too many times.
That's
This year.
at least twice now. I know. I'm still not used to the way the new fantasy league is.
Yeah.
Because the new fantasy league, it used to be we would have it and it was all through text messages. So I would get everyone's picks throughout the day. So I was like, oh yeah, I got to pick my picks. Well, now we don't get that because it's all through the NASCAR app. So
Good.
It's too much work to go look at everybody's.
I don't think Megan's picked new drivers in like 5 weeks.
Who?
Megan.
She finished like 4th in points today.
She's just running with the same. It's gonna run out.
Yeah,
at
but
some
she's
point.
gonna get to the end and then everybody will be trash.
So back to the ratings. Matt, you gave it a checker flag.
Checker flag. I
Nothing
loved it.
nothing else could make it better besides a Brad win.
Yeah, I thought it was really, really good.
I'm with you. I don't know what else I wanted from this race more. I mean, you could pass. Tires made a difference.
It felt like a traditional oval.
This was a good race.
Yeah.
The only thing I wanted was Ross to get one spot better.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
know what? It's okay. I'm good with second. Like, it was a good race. It was a good race. We called it last week. Texas was going to be good, and it was
I think
good.
it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago we called it. We're like, hey, it's gonna be a good race.
A lot of attrition, but good race.
Yeah.
She said, I haven't picked since the
And
second
this is why
week.
you are
Okay.
way in the last. Anyways.
Lindsay.
I say green because a checkered flag just feels like a lot of commitment.
Oh my God.
To say it just feels like a lot to say.
You can't just.
I don't
jump
want to
in.
change anything because the
Okay.
beginning was kind of snoozy. Jake was sleeping,
Yep.
No, Jake's
It's on
just
our
that's
social.
Jake.
so
No.
That was before the race.
it was not before the race.
Based off of what I saw on
He was
Xfinity
sleeping.
and trucks, I knew stage 1 was going to be the time to get a quick nap in. Mind you, I slept 4 hours last night. I was up at 4 a.m. this
No,
morning.
You were watching F1 for stage 1. That's why you were
No,
sleeping.
I watched 3 laps of F1 and said, cool, nap time. Let me wake up because stage 3 is going to be a disaster in Cup, and it was.
So, Lindsay,
Yeah.
the follow-up question:
Yeah,
or green flag? What could you fix?
I just feel like it got super exciting at the end, and then I was really glued during the last stage. But I want a race that I'm glued to the screen the whole time. Why'd you guys at the same time?
I mean, it's respectable.
Seems
You're
very-
wrong, but it's
Oh, that's a little rude.
No, that's
Hey,
May sit
back
on the
off, bro.
council. You may sit
no,
on the
like,
council.
and plus, I don't.
We're not granting you the rank of master.
I don't think
Perfectly
I'll
fitting.
ever vote something a checkered flag. That just feels like to.
All right, so
to
this is a Lindsay checker flag.
Nothing makes a checkered flag.
yeah, because
till Austin Dillon wins.
the rule or the what is it the
rating.
little it says I would change nothing. Are you ever gonna have a race like you guys didn't even
100%. 2014 Daytona 500. Dale Jr. wins the Daytona 500.
Yeah, you almost broke your leg
I
diving
don't care.
over seats.
And I was right there. I practically handed him the checkered flag if I could have ripped it out of the person's hand. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was
He
right there.
dove over. I've never seen
I jumped
somebody.
3 rows of seats.
He did. No, it was like
these are the old ones too.
yes, and he dove like I've never seen someone move that fast in my
Mind
life.
you, me and Lindsay were dating for about 3 months at that time. It was the first
And
race I took her
somehow-
to.
It was longer
that
than
wasn't- that was
Stop
not
it.
enough
It was
to-
like six. It was like 6.
That wasn't enough for you to like
Yeah, 6.
run away.
I thought for sure, like, let's give a little history. I thought for
Oh,
sure taking her there, knowing there's a chance of rain, and we sat in my 2001 Mustang for 6 hours
Oh, that thing.
in the rain with tornado warnings. It was one of the worst storms I've ever seen at Daytona. It was bad. I was like, it's either over or we're gonna get married. Like, there's no way.
Yeti.
I had
man.
nowhere to go. I just rode there. Like
Yeti, you can't ruin the race off of the
I know.
winner. We just can't do that. That's just
Yeah,
life.
I'm with Jason though. McDowell would have been cool.
Oh, we were all rooting for McDowell.
Trust me,
I
it was an
wasn't.
anyone but Logano day. But
All right, so real quick, because I want to
wanted
get on to
Blaney
these
to win.
comments real
Yeah.
quick. Matt checkered. I'm checkered. Green flag. DJ
Checkered.
checkered.
Yeah,
Okay.
checkered.
Checker.
Again,
No,
so
have-
you are on the council, but we do not grant you the rank of master.
Yep.
Moving on.
May the fourth be with you.
It's the perfect day for this reference.
So
Where's
let's
Mark?
let's go to the
It's an older
Logano.
code, but it checks out.
So the Logano comment. If anybody has watched this podcast for any amount of time, y'all know I am not about a Logano win.
Yeah.
Really?
But when McDowell threw that block and Logano passed him on the apron, hey, bro, you deserve to win. Like,
that was
bro,
that was fair.
that was a
That was-
pass of all pass on mile and a half.
I mean,
was wild.
You got to give it to him.
McDowell did everything but wreck him.
It was fun to watch.
Like,
I mean, he could
and
have held it
himself.
down there a little bit longer and try to make it around the apron, I guess. But,
Pin him on the apron.
It
I
was
mean-
fun to watch.
It was awesome.
that was, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, Logano goes down on the apron and you see like rubber and like could be brake rotors because they've been wrecking on the backstretch all
Yeah.
afternoon. Like there's all kind of debris back there and stuff's flying everywhere. I'm like, this is NASCAR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we watch Formula One. It's fun for 2 laps and it's over.
I'll give him credit. The race today was a little more interesting because there was a lot of
No.
there was a lot of things that happened.
No. Who's the guy that won the race?
Piastri.
He
no.
led almost the whole race.
Yeah, it was a McLaren day. McLaren.
And then
owned it.
we watched IndyCar and Pillow
Hello.
led the entire race. No,
Oh no,
bro.
no, I agree. I'm just saying it was better than some of them.
Nowhere in racing do you get to see action like this. Throwing it down to the apron.
Oh,
in the dirt.
No,
in
'cause
the
if you were in Formula One, they would have 100% penalized McDowell for this. He would have been
mean,
penalized for
yeah.
forcing him below the line, flowing him or forcing him off the track limits.
yeah.
That's a Formula One thing where they'd be like, "Nope, you got to give this position back." No,
This-
earn it.
It was exciting.
The end of this race was, man, it almost, actually I'm thinking about this now, it almost kind of felt like a short track.
Well,
I mean, the block.
Yeah.
it's just short track racing.
I mean, and we saw a lot of door banging, even the McDowell side draft against Logano on one of the previous restarts, or it
Mhm.
might have been Blaney.
I think it was Blaney.
It was Blaney.
Mhm.
I mean, he goes up there. I mean, he doors him, man.
He was fighting.
I mean, doors him at 180.
Yeah.
I wanted Blaney to win.
Of course you did.
Guys, let us know
I
in the
wanted Brad
chat
to win.
the
That matters.
your rating. So far, we don't have a lot of votes, but it's perfectly even. Checkered and green.
Perfectly
FYI.
balanced. Is all
Yeah.
As
that
all
should be.
things should be.
I. Oh my gosh, Texas! Who would have known? Bring balance to the force.
That's
You
fine.
were the chosen one.
That's a great comment.
I'm curious. Any comments that you guys have? I'm just shocked that Texas even has the percentage that it does right now for a checkered flag. I mean, I'm excited. Honestly, Dale Jr. called this like 3 years ago. He
Yeah.
saw it. He saw like, hey, there's a chance Texas could be amazing. I'm glad it didn't become a super speedway. I don't want it to become a super speedway.
No, leave it.
I'm down with this.
I'm good now.
Now the only
I
thing,
love this.
the only thing they're going to have to figure out is because the problem with Texas, or the reason it's starting to get good now, is the track is starting to wear out.
There's major bumps.
Yeah, so that's what's starting to get add all that.
Proprietary technology with paving.
We're going to have to do that because otherwise, if you repave it, you're going to have problems again.
Not to like jump subjects too much, but the truck race. Remember all the weepers?
Bro, me and
Oh
Matt were literally
my
crying, laughing, like, didn't we just repave this a couple years ago to get rid
For
of
this
weepers?
problem.
And they're out there with leaf blowers in the middle of the
We couldn't
track
stop it.
trying to get rid of
It was
weepers.
crazy.
That's
Did
funny.
you see it?
Proprietary
No, I didn't see
technology,
that
bro.
part.
Bro, it was crazy. It wasn't one. It was like the entire wall was like crying.
Isn't this the track where
it
like
was
they
bad.
were sawing into it with a sawzall and Joey
Yes.
Logano's freaking out?
Yes.
No, that wasn't Texas. No,
Was
that
it?
was Kansas
Was it Kansas?
or
May-
Kentucky. It was one of those.
I don't
may
know.
have been. You,
It was
you
the one
actually
where he
right.
drilled and you see the
Yeah,
you
it's-
see it
it's
coming
like
out.
But this is the track that we sat at for 3 days because a mist kept causing the asphalt to get too wet and wouldn't let it dry out.
Yep.
But this also was directly tied in with the
The weeper
weepers.
problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
So yeah, I
I,
mean,
just thought it was funny. They
No.
repaved it 3 years later, 4 years later, whatever it is. We still weepers
Perfect.
and no IndyCar.
They have to repave it every
What have we
year.
traded? What have we lost? But I like the way the track is so different in 1 and 2 versus 3 and 4. Like, I mean, you kind of got to pick where you're going to handle good.
yeah.
I think it creates passing. If you want to run good in 1 and 2, you're not going to run good in 3 and 4.
You can't get down on the line.
Yeah,
And
if
you
you want to run good in 1 and 2 because it's nice and smooth, they reworked the whole thing. It's very slick, very fast, very smooth. The problem is you go to 3 and 4 where they just laid basically a layer of asphalt on top. It's got some nasty bumps.
yeah.
So if you want to be fast in 1 and 2, you're terrible in 3 and
You
4.
could see that there were several cars that were like really good at 1 and 2, and then some that were good
Yes.
at 3 and 4. You could see the difference.
But you know what that created?
passing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not a tire problem.
Can we talk about someone else that unfortunately had a rough
okay,
end? to
hold
his-
on.
Sorry.
It's still slightly a tire problem, but
What's
maybe
the problem
a-
with tires?
I mean,
There was great
they last-
strategy today.
I mean, yes, for the most part, but not all the tracks have the same.
No, I'm just saying today, Texas.
Just
This is-
Texas. Yeah, I mean,
Texas, everything you have going on at Texas is working.
I thought you were
Don't touch
talking
it.
in
right now.
general. I'm like, well,
No,
tires are still kind of an
no,
issue
of course
generally.
not. Yes,
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe I missed that part.
So
No,
like,
I agree with you.
I was gonna say is Hocevar. Like Hocevar had a heck of a good day,
Robbed.
Yeah.
and then I don't remember exactly what
He's the best guy around.
he came up and I pinched. I don't remember who it was. Gosh, what was that driver?
Oh, it was the
was a-
41 or the 60. It was 60. It was Ryan
60,
Priest.
60. Yep.
He came up and pinched.
I
60.
I don't know if he didn't
Yeah.
know he was there, thought he was clear. I don't know what happened.
I
think
think
he
he
just
got.
lost
I
it
think he
off
just
the
got
corner.
tight,
Yeah.
Maybe that could have been.
or tight or loose.
Yeah.
coming out.
Do
Coming
you
out
think
too.
that Carson Hocevar is going to get a win this year?
Man, he's
Mm.
starting to look like it.
I would
'Cause
say
I wouldn't
He
be
ran top
shocked.
5 all day almost. If not top 5,
I
top
would-
6, top
all,
7.
all the information they got today. Don't be surprised about next week.
It is Kansas. That's yep.
Nah,
Yeah.
I mean next week we're gonna win, Ross,
I'm down for that too.
guaranteed.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, I mean, so that was surprising. McDowell, obviously, we mentioned had a good run. Trying to think, there was a lot of guys today that would have like a good run and then have something happen, cycle back
Ty
around.
Gibbs had a great day.
We had a lot of
first two
comers and
stages, I
goers.
guess. Ty Gibbs was up there pretty much the whole first, second stage. Then they went for pit sequence.
Yep.
And that's when
Yeah.
Brad and all them had their
Who spun out during that pit sequence? Who?
The 41 was that when on pit road?
Dang.
I think
you
it was
know?
Brad. Was
No,
that the
no.
one?
Brad was on one of the restarts.
Brad was spinning everywhere.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
he was out.
Don't be rude. Don't be rude.
He
It was
was,
a- it
I don't
was a-
dancing.
remember. I don't remember exactly who did it, but yeah, there's two cars
It
that pitted.
ruined the pit strategy because
77
the
and the
top
54.
10 that we had all day was interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
McDowell was close.
Gregson, I think, was up there.
No, Gregson was terrible.
I thought he was.
So-
up there at
No,
some
he was
point.
He
Top
spun
15.
out on like lap 3.
He came back.
Did he?
Yeah. He came
But
back.
Bringing
the,
it
the
back.
consistent top 10 all day, your Cindric, your Hocevar, your
buried all
Chase
of them.
Elliott, your Bell, they weren't even in the picture.
No.
They weren't even in the top 20 almost all day. You had an interesting group of guys. Of course, you had your Larson.
Yeah.
You had your Byron. Bowman was up there for a while till he got wrecked. but
Bubba,
the-
wasn't he up there too?
More towards the
Yeah,
end,
that was
but
kinda
like
the
in the
big one.
beginning.
Mhm.
But
The big
that
one that happened, Rick Bubba, and
Yeah.
a lot of them.
during that green flag pit cycle, it flipped
Everything.
a bunch of the guys that maybe run top 20s but don't run top 5, top 10s.
Mhm.
Those guys that were having incredible days all got flipped to the back of the field.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
the
but it
lead
didn't
lap,
really
but to the
matter
back.
though, because like Chase Elliott was up there, but he
That's just 'cause he
flew
survived.
backwards.
Two tire
I mean,
balls.
it's
So like
interesting.
they flipped, but it didn't really.
Yeah, Chase
they
couldn't
didn't
hang.
stay.
Bell couldn't hang. What was going on with Bell?
He had some issue where they had to like get into the car early. It was like early in
Yeah,
stage one.
stage
they had
one.
to pop the passenger window out. They were in there. He was like 2-3 laps down the whole
There
time.
was something wrong with that car. Even
then
though
on the
that one
final
restart,
restart-
he was like top 5. He goes into turn 1, misses it by multiple lanes, and just gone.
Ooh, Yenny, I did not see Priest's interview about Hocevar. I must not have heard it. We'll have to look it up later.
I'm
sure a lot of people are
understandably,
mad.
Priest is going to be upset.
Yeah.
I mean, he just got. I mean, this is like a racing deal. He just got tied or loose on a late race restart. I mean,
What
Yeah.
do you do?
mean,
Robert asking
he is a rookie.
Is the
Just
story
racing.
different if McDowell pits? I don't think so. I
Oh
think-
yeah. It is different because McDowell's not going to have the track position.
Well, that's what I mean. He's gonna get totally out of there, and
Yeah. Yeah.
Logano still probably wins.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Nah.
maybe Chastain.
Yeah, but if he
I
had
don't know
4
with
tires.
McDowell being a little bit slower, kind of holding up the field a little bit with dirty air. Maybe there's not so many wrecks. Maybe it's hard to say, but
Yeah.
interesting question.
Yeah, maybe. That's a
But-
good point.
Yep.
Nothing. Yeah, wow, you guys are really good at flowing today.
Sorry.
I feel like we were flowing
I
and we
think-
went to you and you did nothing.
I think
because I had to
We
get
all
up.
just looked at you.
I know,
think
it's like,
the
what am I
cup-
supposed to
the
do?
cup race, like we said, I say it was check. It was a good race. Logano won.
It was
that sucks,
exciting, man.
It was.
It
I'm
was-
excited for
The
Texas next
the
year.
whole stage 3, we were on the edge of our seat.
Oh yeah.
pretty much the whole thing.
The last-
I mean, we were glued in
The last
to the
30
whole
we-
last 100 laps.
Yeah.
Last 30, I think my watch said I was having a workout. So, like,
So real quick, Matt, you added a question. I don't know if you got it from one of our fans or whatever, but you said, should Texas have 2 dates?
I'm about it.
Texas Motor Speedway, not Texas the state, obviously, because we have
COTA.
COTA, so we technically have 2 dates. Which COTA I don't know is locked in for next year yet,
Yeah.
but
Ooh. I don't think it
I'm.
is.
So I said I'm down, get rid of COTA, but then Matt brought it up. He's
Nah,
like,
COTA was
man,
good
COTA
this
was
year.
pretty good. And I was like, man, actually, you're
With the new
right.
turns,
With the
it was a
new
good
layout,
race.
it is pretty good.
We'll find something else to get rid of.
Yeah, because this is it's
see,
an
I'm-
SMI track, right?
I think we let Texas be special once a year.
Yeah, it is.
Let it be what it is.
Double the wear, double the race.
It'll be something we look forward to. Once
Yeah,
a year, you
yeah,
get to go to
that's
this
true.
track that can be very attrition based.
Yeah.
And we saw attrition all weekend.
I think
And-
they
and
they
the-
need to move it more into the summer so it's a little hotter.
Why? It was perfect.
A little
No, you
hotter.
gave a
be
checker
passing
flag. You
out
can't
everywhere.
change dates.
That's
Stop,
true,
Matt.
that's
No, they moved it.
I'll keep the chicken.
Matt,
See,
they-
I told you, too much commitment. You
Matt,
can't change
they
anything.
moved this date because it was too hot last time.
No,
Perfect.
hey, ticket sales were way up this year.
It looked like a full
Dude, it
stadium.
looked good.
It looked packed.
So what I'm hearing is we're going to Texas next year.
No,
chill.
chill.
I have no complaints.
Chill.
Teacher's like Texas. Perfect.
I got family in Texas, so I don't mind.
Chill.
Just saying. Let's see. So we got Jason saying absolutely not.
Jason, you didn't like Texas? It was a good race. It was
Absolutely
better than half of
not
the other
does
races I've
Texas
seen.
get
I'm not
to.
sure I understand.
Yeah,
think
that's Jason. It's okay.
Jason likes to enjoy a good beverage during a race. So,
No, I think
Why do you think I'm a
like
Brad
Jake
fan?
says, I don't know that doing 2 because you'd have to pull from another SMI track, and I don't know what other track you'd give up. And if the logical step is COTA, I don't see
Ooh,
them
this
getting
is
rid
a
of COTA.
great question. Should they fix the infield grass? All right, let's punt on that
Mhm.
because we're really gonna dig into that in Xfinity trucks because that's where like all the attrition comes
I'm ready to
from.
jump over to truck.
Yeah, we can jump
You guys
to.
want to?
Let's do
Because
it.
trucks, I feel like trucks has a little bit less meat in it, so we
Yeah,
can kind of get
yeah.
through it a little quicker.
We had no practice or qualifying due to the rain.
Yeah,
Neither for Xfinity either.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, kind of locked the field. I think.
Me and Matt sat there, waited in his house, wanted to watch, and it was like, oh,
Oh no,
delayed,
it's still raining.
delayed. Oh, okay, no practice, just qualifying. Okay. Oh, no qualifying. Okay. Like-
And again, we were watching the TV, and all those weepers and everything were just like, "Oh, these guys have a long day ahead of them." You know, cleaned off the track, everything. I mean,
at least they started the truck race on time or like relatively on
I'm
time.
kind of shocked they
pretty
did
much.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was still like a midnight finish for us, but
Yeah, it was. I
really
did-
the meat and potatoes of it was, man, there was just so many wrecks by people hitting the grass.
It was crazy.
That was
So many. I
wild.
mean, there was your stereotypical like, oh, he spun out or this was an issue, you know,
Right.
here there, but I mean, a majority of those wrecks were them tagging the grass, going past the checker line, and then they'd be so close they'd be falling right behind, and they'd hit the dirt, then they'd hit the dirt. Now the
Dude.
third guy in line is just destroyed.
It was straight up ripping.
Trying to get a little more inside, not knowing he's
What was
already
it?
in
It
the
was,
grass.
the 17 truck, man, he took a lick on the inside
Oh,
wall.
dude,
Remember
that
that?
thing-
Dude,
It
that
was like a
was
3-car.
massive.
It was Tony
Breidinger.
Bridering. I think she was in it. I mean, it's just a nasty hit.
Yeah,
Like
that was
that is
I
a
mean,
hit I would not want to be there for.
one of the best tweets I saw all week was like the Texas infield grass is 22-0 or something like that.
That's
They're
funny.
like for real. I don't mind it. Stay out of the grass.
Yeah, I
That's
think
like-
that's fair.
Don't
That's
put
like
no
a grass-
AstroTurf in there. It's grass.
And
But
then
that's like a grass thing everywhere. Like everywhere they have grass, they get mad because you hit
they
it
always
and you
get
go
mad,
flying.
and then they start taking it
Because
away.
they took out a bunch of grass at Daytona.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I
And
mean,
now it's
Ryan Priest
lame.
kind of did flip in a pretty dramatic, terrifying wreck.
that was really scary.
Well,
I mean,
Hit the grass.
Okay, but according to our Instagram fans, they believe that flips and all that stuff should be in the sport because it attracts new people.
Okay, did
So
you
they
see
should
Ryan
keep the
Priest
grass.
flip?
tell Ryan Priest that.
I'm just saying, that's
Listen.
what they say.
Who? Flying Priest? You mean?
Ryan Priest.
Flying
That's
Priest.
what the people on the gram say.
Daytona. It can have grass. It cannot have grass. Ryan Priest will.
Oh
flip.
my
It
God!
does
The
not
only
matter.
way to fix the grass problem is the inside wall. Bro, an inside wall in Texas. Oh my God!
No.
That would be.
I mean,
insane.
Where boys
to be
become
fair,
men.
To be fair, he's not wrong. but it's kind of like he's out of line, but he's right.
You had for the truck race, you had Hocevar as your pick, right?
Oh, somebody said, sorry, real quick. Somebody said on Twitter they should have put rumble strips on the grass line so the cars launch better. Oh my
Stop it.
God.
Right.
I mean, the 17 was doing all it could to get airborne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if we don't have the rain, it's not nearly as bad.
No.
Because normally it just turns into a
Who else did it?
little cloud of dust and they move on.
Lane Riggs, he drove right through it. Remember, it just destroyed the front end of his car.
It basically pulled the splitter under the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the mud.
Oh, it was
And then they
bad.
have grass like stuck to the front of their car.
Lindsay, it ripped the entire front bumper under the
Even
car.
the
It was
wheel.
gone.
Radiator, everything.
Yeah.
She's done. What were we going to say, Matt?
You had Hocevar for the truck race.
I did.
He had a whole bunch of battery problems, right?
Yeah.
They went through like 3 batteries.
This was the greatest fantasy league race of all time.
It literally continued to the next day. You
Well,
want to
the
explain?
best part during the truck race was I'm running better, battery problem. Matt's running better with Jake Garcia.
Jake Garcia, yeah. I was
And
like,
then I'm
I'll
like,
take Jake Garcia.
We fixed the battery and we would come back. And then another battery issue, and then you would take the lead. But we raced around each other all night in our fantasy picks.
Yes.
And then I
You
got to
clearly
the end.
had the better truck.
We had the other battery issue. I'm like, it's over.
You were 3 laps down.
3 laps down.
With 20 to go. And
There
I'm
hasn't
like,
been an overtime in 22 races. It's over.
I'm like, this is my chance. I'm not getting the win. I know I'm not getting the win. Corey Haim's too dominant, but I'm getting like a 5th place finish. Like, we're doing good, right? We come all the way down. Boom, there's another caution. Oh no. Jake Garcia goes back to like 10th, right? Hocevar gets a lap back. Okay, now he's 2 laps down.
Another overtime.
Another overtime.
Get another lap back.
So now
I'm
he's
on the lead lap.
He's on the lead lap in like 15th. I'm down to like 13th, right?
No.
Last screen
lap,
wide checker, Jake Garcia sends it in there and wipes out.
destroys the car.
I'm like 11:45 at midnight, like, yeah, we made it.
Last lap, Jake's driver gets, I think you get all the way up to like a top 10 or top 5.
Nah, I mean top 15, I think. but
Somewhere there, and you get the freaking point over. I was like, this is ridiculous.
that was
It
I
happens.
was
That's
so
how it
mad.
was for you guys at the Xfinity race too, though.
So
Because they were
Xfinity goes the
yelling
other way.
and going back and forth.
I
So-
lost the Xfinity race 3 times. Like, dude, I had Sammy Smith who was
Yes.
robbed.
No, he choked.
No,
He's
bro.
practicing from Denny.
Oh my gosh.
So you had Sammy Smith, and I did kind of a lay. I just picked Riley Herbst. I was like, whatever.
A layup, a cup driver, layup. Let me just lay up.
Literally, probably
Cup
gonna
driver.
run 1 race this year. I was like, whatever.
Cup driver, yes.
We
or no?
all knew, yes, we all knew Larson.
It's not like he's like good.
I mean, it's his rookie
Jeez.
year. And
I picked Sammy Smith, who lost the best team in NASCAR, Xfinity, which is JRM. So
oh, that's a stretch.
he's running Stuart Haas
Easy.
That's
I'm down
debatable.
there.
That's
I
debatable.
watched JRM choke on a championship with 1 tie game.
multiple times.
So
They had 3 drivers out of
3
4.
to 1, and they lost.
They had a 75% chance if they were even, and they still lost.
Anywho,
Aw, Sam Mayer choked his. He won it twice.
he choked. That's
He
what I'm
won it
saying.
twice.
No, he didn't. Wrong.
NASCAR disagrees.
Anywho, we get all the way through the Xfinity race. Man, Jake's he's in the lead. You know, the Andy's car is gonna win the Andy
Because
what
we
is it,
shouldn't have won that
400?
race.
Andy 250, something like that.
And
I
he's
was
frozen
like,
custard.
gosh,
custard.
you're gonna be another point up. You're almost gonna get 2 points, right? Comes down to the final restart, and he chokes and tags the wall, loses 2 or 3 spots. Riley Hurst gets 2-3 spots, and I think you finished 5th, and I finished 3rd.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got my point back. At least the
Yeah.
weekend was a wash.
They were
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna say.
It was a fun
they
weekend.
were yelling and like hitting
It was a
each other
fun
the whole
weekend.
It
time.
was a good one. It was a good one. So
So-
that transitioned over to Xfinity. Same exact thing.
Same
the
thing.
grass was a menace, and so was Chris Wright.
I think,
Dude, I'm like, oh, God.
before we get to Chris Wright, I think we saw the same recipe all weekend.
Yes.
Stage 1, calm. Stage 2, a little more aggression.
Stage 3 nuts.
Stage 3, chaos.
Not necessarily. Remember the Xfinity race was like lap 1 they were wrecking?
That is.
71 spun out. It's hot and
You are
slick.
true.
And then
We-
I think
we
they did
spun out
another
in turn
restart.
1, spun out in the grass.
Yes. And then another restart.
Yeah.
They wrecked again. And they're like, we can't get this race started. And then it got started and it was like, oh, okay, like 30 laps green really kind of stinks. Like they
Yeah.
figured it out for a while. And then the caution and then it all
And then
went
stage
downhill.
3, they found the grass again. What did you say?
Yeah, I agree.
Thank
Yanni.
you, Yanni.
Thank you.
May the 4th
Yeah.
be with you.
I don't have a Star Wars shirt, man.
You do.
I do. But it's Christmas theme. It's just weird.
It would have.
Not weird.
It's fine.
You have a
It's a
Rebels
holiday.
one.
No, that's she gone.
I'm trying to think. Xfinity, I mean, we talked about the ending a little bit. There was a ton of wrecks. A ton of people hit the grass again.
A ton of wrecks.
Chris,
man.
all right, Chris Wright.
Chris Wright.
We gotta talk
what
about
is that
that.
guy doing?
Why? How is this man still racing?
Well, mom and dad got a big.
The
Obviously, have to
note
have a big
is so
paybook.
funny. Chris Wright continues to be a menace.
I
That's
mean,
true.
it's
That's the note.
Hey, don't read all these notes out loud. Just be careful, Lindsay.
Oh, dude, are they?
Some of them can be.
No,
Anywho.
Chris Wright, top, bottom, middle, sideways, all the above.
He's got to
in
win
front
Enemy of the Year.
in front of in front of Justin Allgaier.
Yeah.
And Allgaier's doing everything he can to not run this guy over.
Just get
and
around
just
him.
loses it in turn 4.
The best comment was your dad texting.
No, this is
That
ridiculous.
was
So
the best.
my dad, he still watches, but I will rarely get a text. If Ross is like running top 5, we'll be like, hey, we got a
He
shot.
appears.
Yeah, my dad will show me like, hey, I'm gonna watch the end of the race.
That
Ross
happened
is top
today.
5. Literally.
Father Speed appears.
Yes. So what's funny is, so my dad texts, he's like, that's all Allgaier's fault. You can't run over somebody that's that slow. I'm like, bro, you don't know this guy has wrecked everybody every week. Like
every week.
the benefit of the doubt does not roll with Chris Rice.
No.
It does
Right,
not.
right. Hold on.
Right. Sorry. Right.
Chris Wright
Wright.
owns the cars. Chris Wright wrecks the cars.
Yes.
No,
Very
Chris
clear.
Wright. Yeah, but Chris Rice does not own Chris Wright's car. Anyways, mommy and daddy's checkbook has got to be massive.
Another one.
Another one.
Another
Dude, like, yeah. I just,
How much? Oh man. Ooh, a
How is
JRM
this
Chris
car?
Wright?
That's gonna be a little expensive.
Chris
We
Wright,
should get him on the podcast.
Chris Wright?
I'm sure
Yeah.
he'll join. Chris Wright tried to block the leader. This is where the fun begins.
literally the very first question is, okay, do you have like a vendetta against everybody?
I think so. Might as
Why?
well ruin
I
everyone's
feel
day.
like that would be fun.
Anything
Well,
else
go ahead,
interesting?
social team.
Anything else really
I
interesting?
feel
happen?
like we talked about it a little bit, like some of the teams that don't do as well with the amount of attrition there was in trucks and Xfinity. There was a lot of teams that did not capitalize.
Yeah.
Lower teams, like
Yeah.
Truck Series, half the field wrecked out. If you're a 25th, 30 plus team every week, like bro, like this is your chance to get a top 15.
Not
Yeah.
with
Like what are
Corey
you doing?
Heim.
man?
Not what Corey Heim was class.
No, I'm not saying win the race, but I'm saying it's a good like if you're a back marker team where you're finishing plus 30,
Play it safe.
like this is the time to get a top 15.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I mean? There's only 18 trucks on the racetrack on Friday night.
You should be able to get the top 15.
1,000%. But you're still running dead last.
Yeah.
And I know I don't know, like that, like a huge missed opportunity on some of these teams.
Yeah.
Huge.
One
You
thing
know.
I noticed between all three series was 2 tires. Although it got you the track position, you could not hang.
It would
In
work.
any of
It'd
the
work for
races.
maybe 2 or 3 laps. You could get a little bit.
No.
Well, I mean, like no, but I mean, like look at Gillen.
Oh
he,
my
he was in the
God,
mid 20s. He
JFB.
got all the way up to the front, and I mean, it was
It
what?
was a net gain, but he was still in 20th.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying if you had like it was like a 5-lap run, you could probably get away with gaining several spots. But it would only, like you said, in the long run, it was what was killing you.
Yeah.
No,
You
couldn't
see
do it.
JFB's comment?
No, I didn't.
Chris Wrong would be a great guest.
I promise.
couldn't
You're
be
right
I
on
will-
that one.
I
That'd
will
be a
make.
hell of a way to
I will make
introduce him onto the
you. I
pod.
will make you this promise. If we get him on the show, I'm introducing him that way.
Chris Ron, I mean,
So-
right.
Can we back this up? Yinny, Jake, I will send you a Bubba Wallace NASCAR t-shirt if you want one. 100%. If you send it to me, I will wear it.
He'll
I do
probably be like a fan
I do
next
like
year.
Bubba Wallace. I mean,
You know
he's
what?
pretty
That's true.
cool.
He is one of Denny Hamlin's drivers, so there's a connection.
He's actually pretty good.
I mean, yeah.
Denny's great.
I mean,
I did over the weekend.
Matt may have purchased some Bubba Wallace gear.
I did buy a diecast, a Bubba Walla diecast.
Bro, you bought the most
What'd I say?
baller one.
Bubba Walla?
Bubba
I said
Walla.
Bubba
Bubba
Wallace.
Wallace.
Bubba
Bubba
Wallace.
Walla.
No, if anyone remembers, he ran a Wheaties scheme, right? It was like 2 years ago, 2022. And
What race was that from? We looked it up.
It
Wa-
was
was it
like Road
Chicago?
America or something like that. It was kind of a weird one.
It just offends me that it has the Super Speedway spoiler on it.
Oh, it was Auto Club.
Auto
It
Club.
was Auto Club.
The last Auto Club.
Yeah. So he had the
Ooh.
Wheaties scheme. It was like 100 years of Wheaties, blah, blah, blah. I found it in colored chrome. It's gorgeous. It's just hand down.
It is
It's
ridiculous.
beautiful.
100 years of Wheaties.
It was something like that, you know, like Wheaties always sponsors like athletes
Yeah.
and all that.
Michael
good stuff. It was
Jordan.
cool.
Michael Jordan's
It,
No, I
it
get it.
is.
It's just
It
the
is
only
one of
ones
the
that would top
coolest
that.
diecasts.
The only ones that would top that, I believe, would be the Star Wars ones. And if
Which
they
they
ever
don't
came out
make.
with the Star Wars ones, I would buy them.
I would have already
I'm
bought
getting
them.
Have you seen my most legendary diecast?
Which one?
Which
I mean,
one?
Dale
have-
Jr. Halo paint scheme is pretty dope.
Hey, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty much as good
It's
as
pretty
it gets.
dusty.
Wait,
now.
what do you consider your like best one?
It's the best.
My best
I'm-
diecast, like my most like.
Yeah, that's because you just said.
The prize.
Oh, my best one is probably my original 1998 Dale Earnhardt win. Original 1998.
I don't want to talk about it.
No. You got me something different.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you got the
Yeah,
junior,
yeah.
not the senior.
No, I
He's talking about senior.
Oh, okay, fair.
I paid money for an original.
I got
Okay.
money.
But,
That's. It was a different one that you bought him that he bought himself.
Yes, that
Yeah,
was
that's funny.
Jake's
fun
the king
fact.
of
I
that.
bought him a Christmas present, and
That wasn't the baseball one. That was.
Yep, it was a baseball one.
No,
It
I
was
had
the-
that one for a minute.
It
Was
was
it
the date.
2001?
It was the Daytona. It was the was it
2004.
2004.
2004. I had the
2004.
2001. You want me to? Yeah. Good
Yeah.
times.
Because I literally we were talking and Jake's like, yeah, this is the one that like if I want to get. It's like one that I really want. I'm like, cool. I just thought of his Christmas present.
Hold on. But then y'all went on a spree of buying diecast, so I had to go on a spree of buying diecast.
Well, apparently
my
it was
gosh.
my spree of buying diecast that made
Peer
him
pressure.
made him inspired to buy.
I do
diecast.
have $10,000 worth of trains on the way. I'm kidding.
really?
No, absolutely not.
I have a place to run them.
Anyway, yeah. So I mean, like that's cool.
I would
Diecast.
love to know. Like, we should open that up in the chat. What is your holy grail NASCAR diecast?
Yeah.
For me, it's probably the Bubba Wallace. Either honestly all the Star Wars
The
ones,
Star Wars ones
but
that
the
don't
ones
exist?
the one that's like the X-wing,
But it
because
doesn't exist, right?
no, not technically.
Yeah,
you can get
it's
it
a
in the
bummer.
64.
I mean, I
not
get it.
20.
It's
Why
a
it's
holy
called the
grail.
Yeah.
But
And,
of the ones that exist, what is the holy grail?
I mean, I don't.
don't
The
really
wall,
have
the
a
wall
holy grail.
ride's cool, but like I don't know that I would be.
You can
A
hold
holy
mine
grail.
if you want.
Yeah, see, I'll just take it home, pet it, like it'll be fine.
It was ridiculous that the Talladega win was more expensive than the
That
wall
still
ride.
makes no sense.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Almost
but
double the
that's
price.
the only one I could think of that would be like a either that or okay, another one that is the one that like I'd like to have, but I just can't bring myself to justify it. The 2014 Coke 0400 win, Eric Almirola.
Oh, gross.
It's gross, but that was
I
the
hated that.
first race I went to.
That's true.
That's
I mean,
sentimental. That's cool.
That's
I hated.
upset-
I was so
they
mad
only
leaving
made
that race.
like 150 of them because nobody.
Look,
They
wanted
literally
them.
called the race, and there was not a drop in the sky at the moment.
Yep.
I'm
that's
like, what are we doing?
yep.
Hey,
that-
the Bubba
the
Wallace
track
one I
is
just bought,
dry.
Only 108.
ooh.
It's pretty.
How much?
Only 108.
That's about the same for the Ross Talladega win.
It's pretty slight.
Pretty limited.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
might
I
take
had
it
to,
to
dude, I
Daytona
had
to
to,
see if
I
I
had
can
to
get
pay
it
like
signed.
I had to
Bubba
pay-
Wallace, we found Bubba Wallace so many
Oh.
times at Daytona. Like I'm sure we could get it signed. We almost see him
Bro.
every time we're there.
Bubba Wallace reached out to me for a fist bump.
Yenny.
He tried to grab you and punch
Bro,
you, dude.
that
you
sucks.
you
I'm sorry,
dodged.
bro.
What did he say?
So he got the Indy McLaren Larson one. It got lost in the mail.
Oh no!
Oh.
Well, Matt's diecast got lost in the mail, and don't you worry, it
Oh, we
showed up
are-
a year later.
We already talked about that. That
We
was-
have.
So
It's over
don't
there
you
on the
worry,
table.
there's
I'm
hope.
still waiting on a Ross Chastain win from summer last year.
Good luck.
It happens.
Maybe they'll send a letter to your community.
Good thing I haven't moved in the last 15 years.
JFB did say, "Happy for Jake, your driver won."
Savage.
That's a little rude.
Asking if we saw the F1.
It will be
action.
a cold day in NASCAR. If
I mean,
Joey
we-
Logano is my
F1
driver.
You
was
said
on
that
there,
about
but-
Denny Hamlin, so I
Yeah,
don't
but,
understand why
I mean,
this
the
is
dude
so
has a
far-fetched.
helicopter pad on his pool deck.
You know what did it for Jake? What made him a fan?
It was my fault. I'm
no,
sorry.
No.
No,
I'll
it
tell
is
you the
DJ's
tea.
fault.
What it is when we watched the show on Netflix and he saw that Denny Hamlin had a hat drawer, he was like, "This is legit."
I have a hat
The
drawer.
connections.
Now he has a hat drawer. He made his
But
nightstand
no, what it
into
was
a
is
hat
DJ
drawer.
said,
Really?
like, you and Denny Hamlin are very
Yes,
similar or
because
whatever
of
you
him.
said.
Yeah, it was
and
something
I
that-
went into retrospection of myself and I was like, God dang, we're just the best at what we do.
That's not what I
and
was
then
thinking.
he realized
But-
that they both have hat drawers.
No, I was just like, listen.
Bro, it's just a different
you've-
level of like
If you've
exceptionalism.
ever seen Jake in a competitive environment, you would understand that he
No,
is
I mean,
probably
that-
more competitive than some of these drivers.
We're gonna have to open a door. The ego's getting a little too big.
Yeah.
Gotta let it seep out somewhere.
Let's,
You know, it's a lot that is going on.
Yo,
Yeah.
for real. I saw Robert and his wife, and his wife was like talking to me with somebody else that she knows, and she's like, "Do you know how much money this guy has cost our family?" I was like, "What a way to introduce me to somebody!" Because I got Robert into NASCAR.
Yeah,
In
but
the
you get, I
podcast.
mean, you get everybody into NASCAR.
Jake got
Like
everybody
everybody
into
you
everything.
know,
Here we are.
everybody you know, you have dragged.
Dragged,
I mean, honestly,
In.
shown them the light.
he drags them in, but then they leave on their own accord.
Crippling depression.
But they barely leave.
No,
I mean,
no, they usually don't.
I just thought it was the best thing ever. Matt said for years he was never gonna buy a die cast.
Yeah, that changed.
I bought him one die cast, and it's over.
It was over.
It's over.
My problem with this is still
You just try heroin one time, you're hooked.
this is still the
Okay.
problem.
And
I
we're
just-
canceled. We're off
I don't
YouTube.
have anywhere to
Okay.
put them.
don't do that.
Like I need to get a shelf system. Like Lionel makes the cool cases. but,
Amazon, buddy.
Oh my lord.
Well, hold on. They were saying Amazon. The Yinny was talking about Amazon. He says, yeah, they just said, yeah, no, sorry, bud, because they didn't buy
That
it from
sucks,
Lionel.
man.
Sorry.
That really does.
I don't
We'll
have like
start
a
a
shelf.
campaign.
Like I could get like a regular shelf or something like that, but like I don't really know where to put it. Like put it in the garage. Like there's not really like a place at our house. I could put it in the living room. Like I could.
100%.
You know, it's just I don't know. I'm kind of struggling there. I gotta figure that out.
It'd be beautiful in your living room.
I know.
I support it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Yinny. Appreciate that.
I should do a track all the way around the perimeter of my, just like you did with the train.
Yeah.
Just have the cars up there on magnets.
What
Oh
I
my
want to
gosh.
do is I want to build like some kind of display wall, but I want to hang them vertically, so
Yeah.
they're like long ways, so you can look like
There's
top
so many
down at 'em.
3D printed,
Yeah,
there's
there's things you could do.
There's a
that's
lot
just-
of really cool ways to do it, man.
yeah. I want to do something like that.
I love the Lionel like illuminated towers.
Megan
but
said no, it wouldn't.
$500. God dang.
How many do I have? I'm probably at least like 10 now.
Yeah, you gotta be 10.
They're all
You're
like
catching
next-gen
me
stuff.
real fast.
Yeah.
I'm
you
like,
have a lot.
I buy them. So
I'm
I
like,
find like
I'm
someone
not
who's selling,
20,
like,
but maybe close.
like
I think you
find
have more than
someone-
20.
No.
I
Yeah, you
think I
definitely have
have
more than 20.
I have like
No.
12, I think.
I
Jake,
mean,
you have
there's
like
1,
10 Ross
2,
Chastains
3,
yourself.
4,
I have
5, 6,
6
7,
Ross
8, 9.
Chastains.
There's
Yeah,
9
but-
sitting
but-
in this room.
Some
I
of-
have
some of the
7
Brad
Ross
ones are
Chastains.
Those
Matt's.
two are mine.
Oh,
I have 7 Rosses, 1 Denny, and then
And then about 4 Logano's.
no.
the chat says that Matt needs a man cave.
You know, Matt does
It's
have a
there.
man cave.
Technically,
man
he has
cave.
one.
He
Built
just
it out,
hasn't
yeah.
done it.
It's just an empty
Yeah.
room of nothing.
You
Yeah,
have
I-
a spot.
I do. Realistically, I do.
It's an attic.
It's gonna be the spot to watch a race.
It's
I
gonna be
already
dope
know
up
it.
there.
Speaking it into existence.
Yeah, it'll be dope up there. I need to make it an office though.
In quotations.
Office.
Yinny over
but no, I
here,
have like 10.
Since it's May the 4th, Yinny says I have more Star Wars Lego sets than diecast. Hey,
Hey, there you go.
I still, I,
mean,
don't mind
Star
that.
Wars
RG.
Legos. Star Wars
Are
Legos.
you serious?
165.
My God, bro.
Where do you keep them all?
It's
Bro.
everywhere.
Got a man cave.
And mind you, that 165 is not the little ones. He don't even count the little ones. That's just the 124s.
He put-
Wild.
That's
He-
just the big one.
If you guys want to see shots of him, he posts almost a new one almost every day in our Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
I need to-
actually really fun.
You know
I
what's,
need to jump on there and post some of ours.
you know
it's-
what's
yeah,
crazy?
it's fun.
His oh yeah, I gotta post my Ross Chastain signs.
Yeah.
I've
only posted one.
He
It was
has
that
like
Brad one.
every Daytona
said, yeah,
500
Jake's
winner
fault.
from like the 90s.
Did he get them all now? Because last I knew he was still working
bro,
on it.
from modern day to the 90s.
That's awesome.
It's super cool though.
It's
What a
a legendary-
collection.
And then he's like, "Oh yeah, I bought this collection from this guy." I'm like, "Oh, what is it?" He's like, "Every single 164th Dale Earnhardt they ever made." I was like,
Jeez.
"I was like, how much did you pay?" He's like, "About $1 each." I was like,
Where'd you
Bruh.
find this?
"No, it's legit every single one. It's
you have a
crazy,
storage unit for them?
bro." He's gonna like. I don't want to say he's gonna need it because I don't want to like.
Speak
Make-
it. Speak
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, you do that.
No.
Give him like a bigger house or something.
I got him into iRacing to help his wife so that way they'll slow down on the spending on the diecast.
But now
I
he's
racing
buying
Oh my
GPUs.
Yeah,
gosh.
but no. He's buying either a GPU, a new computer, or whatever, or he's gonna have to buy the track, the car,
He owns
Yeah.
every track on the circuit.
all of them.
Yeah, well,
Robert says almost the Daytona 500, the Kirk 2017. That is a very difficult one to get.
Yeah.
That is a tough one.
Really?
Yes, they didn't make that many. It's very expensive.
Kurt
you
Busch
can
one?
buy yes.
You got to just buy the
You
bullet,
can
man.
buy one that's
Part of the
almost no. It is money.
You got to do it.
Why?
is.
Because
Sorry.
no one likes him.
No, they just didn't make that many.
Because no one likes him.
I mean,
It was
well,
a
he
fluke
did have
run.
a checkered past. And he
Yeah.
just did he got arrested again for like DUI. I mean,
Recently?
Yeah, yeah.
not that
Oh,
long
I
ago.
did see that.
Yeah.
But he is going into the Hall of Fame, so or he's on the
You
ballot.
know, when they posted that, I literally thought he died because all I saw was just a big picture
headshot?
and the way
Yeah.
that they posted it, and then I was like, what? And then I scrolled and saw it was about the Hall of Fame, but I thought he died.
we were so.
He's alive and well.
Robert goes, I just bought not a car, some cars in iRacing, which means multiple.
Bought every single deal.
Well, the problem
DLC
with iRacing is you have to buy at least 2 or 3 cars per level. You keep going up
Oh gosh,
because there's like
Guinea-
legends,
Guinea
super
says
late models.
260. I'm assuming you're talking about the Kurt Busch. So,
that ain't bad.
dude,
Ain't bad.
That's crazy.
For finishing a collection.
you paid
that ain't
like
bad.
Okay, so then
45
you
for
buy
Bubba
it.
Wallace. Calm down.
I don't want it.
I don't know.
Anyways, DJ's looking up.
I only
Anyway,
buy the
so
ones I
Jake
want.
gets everybody into NASCAR, diecast, iRacing. He's got our kid addicted to it now.
250,
Not addicted.
250, 300 on 350 on
He
eBay.
said not
Yeah.
addicted.
I have to
But
say, with,
is that elite? Because like if it's
I-
not elite, I'm not interested.
I couldn't tell you.
I have to say with my my diecast, I typically find someone who's like selling a handful, and he's like, "Hey, I got 20 diecasts."
Bro,
And
you
I
gotta
message
admit
him.
that's baller.
I message and I'm like, "Hey, I
And
like
you
this
put that
one,
on
this
the
one, this one,
screen?
and this one. We cut a deal."
That's baller,
Um,
dude.
I,
Me and Matt went to that race.
Yeah, that was the one Chase Elliott ran out of fuel, right?
Ran out of fuel.
What a rookie!
That was a cool race, man.
It was a
The
good one.
interviews and everything. That was a good race.
Yeah,
yeah. I
The
don't-
way it ended
Yeah,
at dusk,
yeah.
like that was the perfect light. That was a good race.
I can put this in the chat at least.
So.
If you
Oh, the
wanna look-
link.
yeah. That way, if you guys want to at least check.
If
this
you want to
one
buy it.
If you want to buy it.
out. Oh, I can't send that. It's too big.
Anyways.
That's
That's what she said.
no, that's
Wow, that is
bothering.
huge.
That was wild.
Side note, fellas, y'all should come tailgate my spot for Florida. Whoa, hey, whoa.
Tennessee, go Vols, go.
All I
Hold
heard
on.
is you got a spot.
Whoa, whoa,
Wait,
whoa,
stop!
whoa, whoa.
Don't say that.
Are
He'll
you
kick
from
us
here?
out.
Are you from Florida? Or are you from Tennessee? Like this, I gotta know.
He put hashtag Go Gators, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's
We can still vibe though.
we could vibe. I'll cook.
This is 1,000% gonna happen.
Matt
be
will
wild.
definitely cook.
Bring a diecast.
But
Bring it back.
One of Jake's.
I need that
Mine are
Bubba
too
Wallace,
precious.
Bubba Wallace Tennessee scheme.
Honestly, yeah, I'm shocked he hasn't had one yet.
they'll definitely be
Tennessee
wearing
got
orange.
money, but- Oh wow, Yenny's from around Gainesville. That's what's up,
That
man.
makes sense. Okay.
That's about an hour and a half.
hour and a half.
When is
yeah.
the game?
Typically September.
Yeah, it's a little ways.
Do you remember?
Yeah, we
That
should
might be worth-
1,000%. Let's have that conversation.
Yeah.
So
I wonder what race we'll be at
Yenny,
weekend.
message us on social.
Saturday.
You'll talk to Lindsay.
It's fine.
Oh, perfect.
I'll put you in contact. Sometimes
Our people will talk to your people.
Sometimes it gets a little too much, so I'll give them a phone number and be like, just call them.
Oh, okay. Jason wants to know about F1. Yeah, it was a great 2 laps. I mean,
It-
honestly.
it
Honestly,
really was
no.
honestly.
You want to know what
We
if-
had it on the entire time.
we did? I'm gonna be honest. If you want to watch a better race, watch the sprint. The F1 sprint from yesterday when it was in the rain was 1,000 times better.
It didn't rain today for F1.
No,
right?
it didn't.
It didn't rain.
And it monsooned yesterday. So it was so much more entertaining yesterday.
Yeah.
Only 20 laps or 19, I think. It might have been 18 because they had a weird thing where they started the race. It was like a NASCAR thing. They started the race, realized, oh my God, there's no visibility. We can't start the race. Pulled them onto pit road, waited a little bit, and then took them back out again. It was like, oh, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, annoying.
but that was honestly much better than the actual main race.
Honestly, with Miami kind of being like a local,
Ish.
I guess in the terms of global of F1 for us, I want it to be great. And like we were watching, I'm like, dude, like 3/4, like 75% of this track, like
You
it's
can't
like
pass.
it reminds me of Monaco. You can't pass anywhere. You can't do anything.
No, there's not a lot of good
Like,
passing zones.
F1, you have to be able to have opportunities to pass. If
There's
you,
that.
If you're running slow, tight corner, tight corner, tight corner, tight corner, like there's nowhere to pass.
You have that one really long straight that I think with DRS you can get some really good passes on, but the turn at the end is so tight and so
Yes,
small.
You can't ship it in.
You gotta hope you can, because again with F1 it's about who has the inside line,
Yes.
who has permission or whatever.
You got to be in position.
You gotta
3/4 of the way down that
you,
straightaway.
Yeah, you can't.
And you can't.
No,
Yeah.
that's the problem.
Yeah,
So
I want it to be great. Man, I really want it to be great.
I don't think it was $20.99, but yes, they did extend it for a long
They
time.
did extend it for 10 years. They got a new, and we might willing to be able to spend that kind of money to go, but like not for what we saw on TV today.
And not
I
honestly,
barely even want to watch it on TV. Why the hell would I go spend $900 for a ticket?
that's the other problem is the cost. It's like one of the most expensive races on the circuit.
Yeah, let's go to the Kentucky Derby instead.
100%.
For a
Watch
90
James
second.
Hetfield and his horse run a horse Sandman.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, bro, baller.
He should have named it Creeping Death.
Bro, that
That
was
would've been wild.
He's saving that for when we get a chance to win. Next year, we seek and destroy.
Oh, that'd be wild.
No, but
Yeah.
I mean, we were,
Injustice.
For all.
Yep.
No,
for
just
sure.
bro,
the
literally
Injustice.
every album.
You could do it.
After they got like 3 Triple Crowns, 72 seasons.
He has 2 horses. This is load and this is reload.
This is loaded and reload.
One fell off. Who was left?
Oh man!
Oh my gosh.
Fun fact: me and Matt we're gonna go see Metallica here pretty soon.
Yeah. We're about, what, a month away?
About a month away.
About a month away.
All right, let's talk about our NAS news section. Let's get
Yeah,
back to what we're talking about.
Yeah, not too much.
What a railroad.
First,
It's been fun.
NAS news.
Oh my. Is that the jingle?
Yeah. Nice news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news: Mark said he can hear the cars from
I
his
want
house.
you to read this verbatim.
No, don't read it verbatim. Stop.
No, you get Connor Zillage gets damaged.
at Dega and benched for Texas.
Gets
Larson-
damaged. You mean hurt himself?
Gets damaged.
We all know
Gets
he's a
damaged.
robot behind the wheel. Come on.
Bro, gets damaged.
Gets damaged behind the wheel. Benched for Texas. Larson gets the win.
Benched. Yeah.
I like how
he was
Larson's
there.
Larson's like in the Xfinity
Yeah.
race before the race. He's like, I'm just gonna take it easy and see what we got in stage 2. Like halfway through stage
Runs
1, he's
away.
like
That was
going
cute.
for first.
That's cute.
You can't do that.
Connor, didn't you say Connor Zillage?
That's illegal.
He had some guests on his pit box. Weren't you talking about that?
I don't think we should talk about that.
All right, whatever. We'll save that
Oh,
next week.
jeez.
If you want to look it up, there's some interesting social media persons that were at Connor Zillage's
Local
pit box.
CEOs. Let's see. Joey Logano gets DQ'd at Dega.
Good
And he comes
lord.
back for the win.
This is 2 weeks in a row.
It was like confirmed. It was
DQ
cheating,
to win.
right?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm saying 2 weeks in a row. DQ to win.
Yeah.
Jesse Love, Talladega. Joey Logano, Texas.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row. So
From
yeah.
what you saw, like you would say it was cheating, right?
100%. So I love what NASCAR's doing now, where is at the next week's track, like if somebody gets, let's say, DQ'd at Talladega like Logano, they bring the parts that why they got DQ'd.
Yeah.
So the part that got DQ'd was the what
Yeah,
is
he
it?
knows.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. It has some juicy details. Anyways, there's a bracket that goes from the deck lid up on the spoiler, and of all the things to fail on the spoiler, that's what you want to fail at Talladega at 200 miles an hour,
Yeah, that's fair.
because that's what's gonna
Yeah,
make that
deflect it a little
spoiler
bit.
want to deflect back.
Makes
So
sense.
nobody else had that problem. Pretty interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lot conveniently lost that screw, unfortunately.
Speaking about DQs, we had Ryan Priest DQ'd for issue with it was a splitter shim, right? He had 3 and he was only allowed 2.
Spoiler.
Oh, it was spoiler. I thought you said it
Spoiler
was
shim.
splinter.
The-
No, I'm sorry. Not sponsor. Splitter.
Splitter.
I may
Sorry.
have. Sorry, spoiler.
All right, so the spoiler had 3 shims.
So we have same thing. Spoiler issue. So on the backside, when they mount that spoiler, it bolts to the back of the deck lid,
Uh-huh.
and there's shims on the back to help you get it straight up and down. In Xfinity, it's not nearly as tough, like with what we've done. Not nearly as strict. In Cup, you're allowed 2. That's it. Black and white, 2 shims.
Mm-hmm.
And they had 3. So they showed up. The car, they put the spoiler on with the 2
You can't
shims.
argue that one.
The
Yeah.
angle was not right, so they added another shim to bring it more forward, more vertical in line,
Yeah.
and that broke the rule. So yes, it did pass through tech because the spoiler angle is right, But then once they went through post race tech, it failed because
Wouldn't
they
that,
had 3.
of anything, be a detriment to them though? Because wouldn't that mean that the split or the spoiler was technically a little higher?
Yeah.
Sorry, say it again.
So if there's an additional shim, wouldn't that mean that the spoiler was technically sitting slightly higher?
No, not shim up and down. This is for your angle front and back.
So it's more.
Okay, so then
So imagine
I get it, a
imagine
rule's
the
a rule,
deck lid
but-
of the car, right?
yeah.
And your spoiler doesn't mount on top. Your
Use a
spoiler
deck cast,
mounts
actually.
on the back.
That's you're right.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You're right. It mounts on the back.
Oh, he's going to.
It
No one
mounts to
can
the
see
back
it.
here. So
Gotcha.
that shim helps set your
Hey,
your
easy.
angle.
Whoa.
Children here.
Set your angle. So basically, it's funny because Mike Ford on the Holler podcast, I know our Holler Talk podcast. You don't really listen to it, Matt, but like there's a
No, it's all conspiracy.
yes.
I feel like you would
there
like
is-
that.
There is a lot of like
Propaganda.
It's all
propaganda, but there's also some good information in there where they said like, yeah, like obviously they showed up with something that did not pass tech with the parts we had. They added something to make it pass tech, but there's obviously some games played.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
beforehand.
I wonder what that game would be in this case, because I mean, it sounds like it would
I
have
feel like
brought it to where it.
So
needed to
I
be.
mean, they dial it in within like 1/10 of a degree.
yeah. I mean, the rule,
I mean,
the rule's the rule
when
for
we
a
went
reason.
through tech with DGM, it's like 1/10 of a degree.
yeah.
It's really close.
Yeah.
It's really close.
And I mean, again, rule is the rule. If the rule is 2 and they
And
have
I-
3, it is what it is.
Yeah. So they added and so Yenny says spoiler shim rule for every track but restrictor plates you can have 3 but only 2 at restrictor plates. Correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, rule is the rule. Like I mean, they
That's
broke
the
it.
rule.
Yeah.
You know. So they obviously I think they may have done something with that deck lid
Mhm.
or maybe had a deck lid that allowed them to get really close.
Yeah.
You know, and then they had to put the third one on to make it work.
Gotcha.
You know.
It makes sense now.
Sorry.
Kind of the last thing I want to bring up. It's not on the note sheet, so you guys don't see it. But All-Star Race, all that controversy that's
Oh
going
yeah,
on.
we didn't talk about that last week.
No,
man.
I don't think we had enough details. Now we got more details from a lot of people, a lot of insight. So, like, what are you guys' general thoughts? Bring what you brought, or race what you brought.
Run with you brought.
Run what you brought.
Wait,
right?
but like explain it really quick
all right,
so everybody knows.
So there's a bunch of different rumors. There hasn't been an official bulletin. There hasn't been anything. So you have Denny Hamlin comes out here and says, like, yeah, they said run what you brung, and
Well,
we're
starting.
not bringing officials.
hold on.
Well, starting, NASCAR presented an idea to all the teams that
Yes.
said, hey, for the All-Star Race, to help fix the vehicle or come up with better ideas, let's do a run what you brung type of race. Bring the car however you want to, and we'll quote unquote run the All-Star Race for $1 million.
But hold on.
That's what has been presented.
But this is
Initially-
there's
initially.
multiple different stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Denny Hamlin says that's what they said. We're not bringing officials. Do whatever you want.
Yes.
Dale Jr. comes out on Tuesday and says, well, I don't know that they would have done that. Like, and Denny Hamlin says, oh, it's going to cost millions of dollars
$2
because we're going to
million.
modify all these cars and then we're not going to be able to use them anytime in the future. So it's a total waste, blah, 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 blah. So it's just a total wash for them. You're going to spend
We're gonna
$2
have to
million
damage
for a
parts.
shot to win $1 million.
We're going to have to fabricate new parts,
Yeah.
this, that,
It's just
the
ridiculous.
other.
Dale Jr. comes out and says, well, Denny Hamlin said, if you raise it to $3 million, I'll do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Which,
Right.
to be
That's
honest,
fair.
Which
I
is
do-
fair. I
I'd
mean,
say I
the
honestly,
race should pay way more. I think we all agree.
I think it should be at least 5.
So then the other part of that is Dale Jr. comes out and says, I don't know if NASCAR would have said that. He's very much in the middle of the road. NASCAR comes out. This is hilarious. NASCAR goes, well, this was an idea to save teams money.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, first off, get the hell out of here. Like, ain't nobody believed that.
No.
Right? So,
Propaganda.
so NASCAR said, no, of course you weren't going to be allowed to modify any of the parts, but you're going to be allowed to.
And I believe that.
I agree.
I believe that on NASCAR's
But
part.
you're going to be able to take any of the parts that exist for next gen throughout the various different aero packages, whatever, and you can use them. Whatever ride heights, whatever shocks, whatever spoiler, whatever splitter,
And
whatever.
that sounds more true.
True. But it's going to save you money.
Is total lie.
Yeah, no, that's not.
So now you're like, here's all these variables, but I mean, you could just pick it random. No, like, of course you're not going to spend thousands of hours on engineering in your shop. with your
Okay.
hundreds of engineers trying to figure out which one's best.
100%
Yeah.
you are.
But you're going to save money. So, I mean, it's definitely in the middle. I think Dale Jr. nailed it. It's somewhere in the middle. The All-Star race obviously should pay more than $1 million.
Yeah,
Been
I
that
think
way
that's
for 20
I mean,
something years.
it doesn't wow anyone, and I mean, even like
Not these days.
in all honesty, even I say gimmicky stuff, but like the Dash for Cash, the triple race trifecta where you can win this.
Yep.
None of it really.
Nah, Dash for Cash, $100,000 makes a big difference to Xfinity. Bro,
I-
me and you both know almost every single one of those guys in that field are paying for that ride. $100,000 makes a big difference.
It just goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
90% of the
I just
Xfinity
think it's-
field
I
is
think it
not
should be
collecting a
more.
paycheck.
I just feel like it should be more. Give them a reason.
I don't
Back
disagree
in the
with
day,
that,
$1
but
million. Austin Bill got $1 million. That was a big deal in the '90s.
it's not anymore.
Not anymore. Even
No.
100K.
Not
like,
okay. To me and you and us, like $1
what's
million
what's
is
the
a big deal,
purse for?
but
half
not
of these
on that
races?
world
What?
stage.
You get $500,000 to win the race in the Xfinity, maybe 250. Okay, so you're getting another 100,000. Like, I just think it should be more, especially if you got to win 3 races in a row,
Yeah.
which is never going to happen in this current era.
Yeah,
I mean,
Well,
it's just like for the truck race, there's too many variables. There's just not a dominating truck anymore. Like Christopher
Corey
Bell
Haim.
went on 3 wins in a row, right? Okay, I could see that. It's Christopher Bell. He's in one of the best rides. Like, I get that. But like, are you gonna see Lane Riggs get 3 in a row? Maybe 2 at most. It's just
Corey Haim. If as long as his engine doesn't keep shutting off.
Corey Haim is deserving, I believe, of the 3 in the row. But again, variables. Like,
Yeah.
you're never gonna get this payout. Make it $1 trillion. They're never gonna make this
trillion.
payout.
Jesus.
All right,
It's
Elon, calm
hypothetical,
down.
But it's all hypothetical. Like,
Anyways, back to the All-Star race. I think there was a chance for middle ground, but honestly, I think the problem, everything we've talked about with this car, the car makes too much grip. I don't care what spoiler, I don't care what diffuser, I don't care what shock, I don't care what you do. The car makes too much grip. This is the problem. The tire and the car make too much grip. The tire has to be narrowed. The mechanical grip has to be lowered. That will fix this racing.
yes.
Like running a super speedway spoiler and no underbody diffuser is not going to fix the short track package. It's just not.
Why does the tire have to be
ridiculous.
so wide? Why? What's the reason for it being
There's
so wide?
because that's the sports car model.
That's dumb.
It is dumb.
That's dumb. They
It's
could
super dumb. It makes no sense.
like, is there like a
But when they were developing this car, not just just harp on Junior how great he is or whatever, but he said this. He was the first one to say this wide tire is a major mistake, and he was right.
I mean, think about it. It's wider than this
He's
one. Like,
right, dude.
Yep.
It's multiple inches wider.
yeah. Could you imagine another tire like this tall? Like,
It just wouldn't be a good
Crazy.
footrest.
It'd be a table.
Another reason why it sucks. No,
right
I
there.
mean it's just like I don't know, man. Like it needs like the car needs to make less grip, aero, mechanical, everything, and that will produce much better racing. Now the mile and a halves, Texas, Kansas, Atlanta, with the package they have, leave it alone.
All the tracks
leave
are
it
aged.
alone.
All the tracks are aged. Atlanta, no, because it's still like super speedway.
But leave the mile and a half package is good
Yeah.
because they tested this car in Charlotte like a lot.
yeah, that's true.
It's fine. Go back, leave. I would not change a thing on the mile and a half package. Now, when you go to like short tracks, we need 900 horsepower and a small tire that you will absolutely burn up like crazy.
Mhm.
And you need to
Model T
run
tires.
a second off as fast as you can to save tire. That's what we need.
You know what they need to do?
Like, people are so conditioned that the spring race at Bristol, they're like, oh my God, they're running a whole second slower just to save tire. Like, bro, that's how it was in the 80s. You could run a 15-second lap at Bristol, but you didn't because you needed to run 60 of them. So you slowed it down.
There's only one driver that can consistently cut off part of the car, get away with it. It's Brad, and he let him build this tire.
He does have a
He made a
proven track
convertible,
record.
cut off the arms, half a helmet.
I want that.
I'm telling you,
die-cast
give Brad
they made,
the
bro.
let him loose on the tire.
Half a fire suit.
Have
I'm
a
not
fire
gonna lie.
suit.
I'd
Cut it by
I'd wear that
60%.
fire suit to a race.
We got to catch
Now
up
we
on
got
the
a
track
tire.
because it's been blowing up.
All right, Kuzman has an idea for the
Yeah, let's jump
All Star
back.
race. Basically, different short track classes, all adding up points throughout the weekend. Overall winner gets the money. Hornet, Street Stock, Legend, Late Model, Wheeling, then Cup. Basically,
That's dope, man.
basically, you got to be the best.
I
Larson
love it.
The
races
only
all
problem
of
is
them.
Kyle Larson
We'll
wins
race
every.
all
I was gonna say, okay, so Kyle Larson's gonna win.
Street stock would be awesome because you could introduce. Let's say you could build a good roll cage, make that thing super safe. The rest of the car costs $10,000 to make.
Yeah.
So you know what that means? You could go get a Jimmy Johnson to come join your All-Star race, a Jeff Gordon, Kurt Busch,
Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart,
If he
a
still
Dale
wants to.
Jr. I mean, you could go get these old legend guys
Greg
from
Biffle.
the Greg Biffle. You could go get these guys, and NASCAR could be like, "Yeah, we'll front $100,000 to get 10 guys in." It's kind of easy.
We could make
I mean, they would
Cletus
make
McFarlane
money.
just take care of the All-Star race, and we're good.
Who?
I mean, Cletus could do it at the Freedom Factory.
Yeah, bro, gonna run. What's he always run? The
What's
The
the,
Crown
old car?
Vics?
The
Crown Vics.
The old
Do you
Crown
see
Vic.
he's
Crown
he-
Vics at
Do
Bristol.
you see he's starting to do it with Ultimas now?
Yes.
Yes. Crown,
Oh, that's hilarious.
Crown Vics at
I-
Bristol.
I
That'd be
mean,
hilarious.
I don't know.
Put the
man.
Cup drivers in them.
All right, so,
Segway,
all right,
stop. We're not doing a quarter.
this is the whole
Segways
thing.
are fast.
We've
Not
gone,
that fast.
We've gone crazy on this. Here's the second thing about the All-Star race. How do y'all feel about the promoter's caution?
It's so dumb. Personally, it's so dumb.
It's
No matter, I don't care who's in the lead. There's a fan that's gonna be mad when that caution comes out because their
there will be-
drivers
there
in
will
the
be
lead,
Many
and
fans.
someone purposely did it, knowing that driver was in the lead.
DBC had the best idea.
Just a drunk fan.
It
Have
was
you heard
not a
this?
great idea.
Make this dude pound beers, and when he falls over,
That's
yellow
the
flag
caution.
comes
When he
out.
falls over,
Yes,
Yeah.
every 10
But
laps. he has
he's
to
in the
slam a
flag
beer.
stand so everybody can see him.
As long as right or
oh my
leg
gosh,
gets
some of them
leg
are,
gets to
some
throw the
flag
caution.
stands are ghetto.
Yeti says that
They'll fall out.
right and leg are the ones that get to throw the caution. No, they cause the caution.
It's
That's
already-
totally
They throw
different.
cautions every week. What are you talking
Oh
about?
my gosh.
I mean, it has the potential to be cool. Like I give it like a 25%, like oh it's fun, but I give it a 75%. It's gonna completely piss off everybody.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
well, I mean,
It'll be
so-
lap. What is it? It's lap 100 to lap 210. Is that what it is?
No, it's
220.
it's something like that.
It's everything between after lap 100 and before the last 30 laps. Like I don't know, man.
It's gonna make everyone mad. That's it. All it's gonna do is make them mad.
It's gonna take it, and it's gonna.
They should do like a fan.
Or it's gonna be whoever can bribe. Who's doing it? Marcus Smith,
Yeah, just make it fans.
Rick Hendrick. Hey, here's that $500,000
When you're
check.
in the flag stand and
We tell
you
you when
crack
the
the
caution
beer,
comes out.
yellow flag. When you crack the Busch Light sponsorship, totally engaged. We got Busch Light cracked open, lap 129, yellow flags out. Bring the next fan. I mean, there's just a way to
so
do it that's
dumb.
going to be more fun.
What did they do at
It's
the Solar
called
Bear
race
games?
manipulation.
What
It
did they do
is.
at the Solar Bears game when you throw the teddy
hat
bears?
tricks.
What?
Yeah,
yeah,
the teddy bears?
okay, like the
Oh,
hat
like
trick.
the teddy
yeah.
bear
The
toss.
teddy bear thing? Okay,
Yeah.
so you tell all the fans, hey, on lap 101, we throw all the beers.
Oh my
And when they see
gosh.
that,
Throw
they
them at
know
your
it's a
favorite
caution.
That'd be
Okay,
funny.
I got it. You throw it at your favorite driver, and they have like a bucket on the back, and whichever driver has the most beer cans in their thing,
So
the
dumb.
number on their car is how many laps we go
This
before the
is
next
getting
caution.
dumb.
This
This-
makes
I
so
don't
much
know.
sense.
This is our
The
sport.
promoter caution is ridiculous.
No, I
They
think
should do
it's
something
stupid.
legit like, hey, we're not going to run more than 30 laps, 50 laps, 75 laps, green. If we get 75 lap run, we're going to throw a caution and we're going to come back and everybody's going to put on fresh red tires, option tires, extreme wear, wet weather tires.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Put the wet tires on. Let's
Why
go.
are we not running the All-Star race on wet weather tires?
Why are we not
the most extreme wear we can?
Listen, let's
It's
go.
a whole gimmick anyways.
We're just
like-
gonna go to Home Depot. We're gonna get those tripod sprinklers, and we're just gonna hose down the whole thing.
No. I'm talking about running wet weather tires on the drive.
I know. I'm just saying.
What do they
hey,
have at
this-
Bowman Gray where they race on like sheet pans?
What?
Oh yeah.
you take off like the front tires, it's like metal sheet pans.
Oh,
Yeah. The link races.
The
what are
last
they
10
called?
laps, everyone comes in and puts their sheet pans
Make it a
on.
trailer race.
yes.
Make it a trailer race. Most empty beer bottles and cans at the end of each 20 lap run gets eliminated.
I mean,
Yeah.
Matt would do pretty good.
The last 5 laps are a foot race between all the drivers. They have to park it and run.
And run. It's a reverse Le Mans. And
I feel like there's just a way to make this way more legit and respectable, and just having the promoter of the track there to throw a yellow whenever he wants is just stupid.
You don't need gimmicks if it's a good race. And
Nope.
every time we've been to North Wilkesboro, it has not been a good race.
It's not a North Wilkesboro problem. It is a 100%.
It's a car problem.
A car problem.
It's a car problem.
Yeah,
Yep.
100%.
It is an old style track with a brand new car, and it does not work.
No, the car makes way too much grip.
That's it. That's it.
especially when you have fresh asphalt.
I will almost guarantee you Kyle Larson will dominate this race.
I say it's whoever's going to get the pole.
It's gonna be
Wait a
Kyle
minute.
Larson.
Is he racing or is he?
Yeah, he's racing. He's not doing the practice, but
That's
he's
what
racing.
it is. He's not doing practice. Okay.
Yeah. Logano started on the pole last year, led every lap.
Yellow.
No.
Yeah.
All-star race?
Yeah, because it was
no,
new, it was
Kyle
new,
Larson.
it was new
Not last year,
pavement.
buddy.
No.
When
tripping.
it was 50-50.
You're tripping. It's definitely Kyle Larson.
Oh, you know what? He might be right.
Look it up.
No, there's no way.
Kyle Larson
Logano won it last year.
dominated the
It
entire
was his
race.
first win last year was the All-Star race.
Look it up. You're just
He
wrong.
won the first one there where it was 50-50 paved. And that was the one that Jeff picked him. Hold on. We got to look this up, everyone.
Is this?
Ooh, you might be right.
Yeah, Logano dominated the whole thing.
Wait, go up.
I think this is.
Because the year before we had the whole crazy gimmick for it, and
I don't.
You're like 22.
Yeah.
you just Google it, right?
Go Wikipedia right there.
Wicca. Wikipedia. Oh, there's no
Open,
easy answer here.
All-Star
Sorry,
race.
bud.
Practice.
Why is this so hard to find?
Listen, I am doing. my
Somebody in the
best.
chat.
Qualifying.
Heat race 1,
Oh
heat
my
race
God.
2,
Oh my
All-Star
gosh.
lineup,
Keep going. You're on lineup.
position 1.
Open.
Open. Keep going.
Oh my gosh.
Results.
Results.
Joey
Joey
Logano.
Logano,
Joey
number
Logano.
1.
Does it say how many laps he led? No. We need
There was
racing
200,
reference.
so I could assume it's.
Okay, regardless.
So, but the year before,
But he
Kyle
led
Larson
the
did the same
entire
thing.
race.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Started on the pole, led the whole thing. And Kyle Larson did that the year prior. So it's one of those things, man. It's just the typical short track nonsense that we've seen all year. So
Yeah.
whatever. That's
Before
about all
we-
I got for NAS news.
Before we
The
do that-
winner doesn't have to face the gorilla. Oh
Yes.
my god.
Wild.
All right. Another thing, it's kind of a rumor that we've been hearing. Rumors of. We'll hit this real quick. Daniel Ricciardo might possibly race in Mexico City.
I don't
That'd be
know a
cool.
lot about this guy. I know everyone else does. That's just not my sport.
Formula One.
Apparently, he's really good.
Formula One driver. He was pretty solid. Nothing crazy, but he's not the next Max Verstappen, but he was very respectable. A lot of people like him. He's got a great kind of personality and everything, and he's a huge NASCAR fan. He ran the 3 because he liked Dale. I mean,
3, pick number 3,
Three, my lord. So I have always said that he probably makes the
I
most
think
sense
he's running
to bring.
for if he does go, I think the rumor was 2311.
It was either 2311 or Trackhouse. I don't remember.
Trackhouse makes more sense to me.
with
Might be.
the Project
With the-
91, I think.
That with the tie with Daniel Suarez.
You have the Daniel Suarez connection. You also have Jensen Button. You have Kimi Räikkönen.
Yeah.
You have a lot more Formula One guys that have raced there.
I just obviously with it being a home race for Daniel Suarez, I just have a gut feeling that sponsorship and everything just pays dividends. That it's going to be a Trackhouse.
Yeah.
Could be 2311 though, but
It
it
could
just it seems a much easier path if it is Trackhouse.
Oh wait, didn't 2311 have Yuki
Yeah.
Tsunoda
Yeah, for Watkins Glen.
for Watkins? So I
Number
mean,
60.
they have some Formula One too. So it makes sense. Like I think it'd be really awesome to see something. I think that'd be a good way to get eyes on our sport. That's also going to be one of the races on Prime. So I mean, you've got
First race on Prime, isn't it?
No, it's like the 5th. It's one of the last
Is it?
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one's
Fox
the
is
Coke.
almost done.
Coke's is
Thank-
the Coke 600 is the first one, I think, right?
Yes,
And then it ends at Pocono, Matt's favorite.
lucky triangle, man.
Can we talk
We're ready.
about Fox real quick?
I found
Yeah.
props. We're bringing props.
They
Jean
finally-
Girard. Yes, bring in
Jean
Jean
Girard.
Girard. I am the
They-
best one in the whole world.
Fox finally did something right today.
Yes.
That top 5 interview
They did
rundown
interviews.
was amazing.
It's literally what their job is.
But
and they did
Regan
it.
I
Smith
mean-
killed
Congrats.
it. Like driver to driver to driver
I
to
like
driver.
that
That's
we're
what I want.
shouting them out for doing their job.
Yes. It's
I mean, we've
It's
got
been
top
brutal.
2 interviews. All it's been like I mean, basically. I mean, sometimes
I
it's
don't
more, but
disagree. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
it is
the
funny.
bar
Like,
is
man,
pretty low.
that was a great race. Let's watch the interviews. Oh, here's like
Here's a
Christopher
kangaroo.
Bell, and here's this guy.
A king-
See y'all next week.
Yeah, that
What?
was it. That was it. That's all we get.
What? Like,
So
I don't
man.
think they aired the celebration, like the winning celebration.
No, he didn't make it. He didn't make it a victory lane.
not that I saw.
Yeah, that's
No.
wild.
He was parked on pit road, probably doing lug nut inspection or something.
There's only one.
There's only one.
There's only one.
I don't know.
Pretty easy. Yeah. So I definitely want to say that
Wait.
they did good there.
Can we talk about the Cinco de Mayo thing?
Yeah.
That was so bad.
You guys got it. I mean, I heard it,
I
but I
was-
didn't
yeah,
think
I
it was like
was-
that
So, like,
funny.
So
It's just random.
Carson Hostevar and Mike Joy's like, he's doing like whatever, like making some move. Pause. We listened to Carson Hostevar's audio, his team radio, right?
Yep.
And they're like, out of nowhere, Mike Joy's just like, and tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo,
Cinco de Mayo tomorrow.
and says nothing for 15 seconds.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like,
what was that?
what was the point?
Well,
It was
they,
so, like, did you forget the punchline on that?
or
Like,
was that so supposed to be?
it
the
was so
punchline?
bad?
I mean, they
Hey,
were
man, he's
also
getting
bottle
old.
feeding kangaroos.
Hey, I love
so-
Mike Joy, but it was like, man, dude, like, it was just.
Were they
Lindsay-
feeding him
Lindsay,
Code
that's
Red?
a good point. I don't know what they were feeding that kangaroo.
I think it was Code Red Mountain
Oh,
Dew.
that was crazy.
Well, they were up on top of somebody's RV.
Which that's the
And
most one of the
then-
most
in the
NASCAR
infield
things.
of Texas.
There's
We're
a
cracking
RV
down.
on the infield of
We're cracking down on golf carts and electric scooters, but kangaroos.
But bring
are
a kangaroo is
fine.
fine.
Bring a kangaroo and feed it Code Red. you're
Like
fine.
where I just see,
With a
I
with a race car
want,
diaper.
We'll never get it, but I would love to have some backstory there. Like where they get this
Oh my
kangaroo.
How
did
did
it
you
get
know?
in
It
the
was
track?
foreshadowing.
How did they know?
NASCAR was feeding a baby Joey. NASCAR fed Joey a win.
Oh no.
Boom. We saw
I
it.
thought you said you
It's
didn't like
so
conspiracy
rigged, bro.
theories.
I
No.
like conspiracy theories.
Who?
I don't like propaganda.
There's
It's different.
You
Matt-
said Matt doesn't like conspiracy theories?
Matt's got
was-
tinfoil
no,
under his
that-
hat right
all
now.
conspiracy
I know that, but
theories.
he was hating on your podcast you listened to because he's like, it's all conspiracy theories. I'm
No,
like,
it's propaganda.
you're the
Propaganda.
I just misspoke.
It's
That was it.
100%
I meant
propaganda.
propaganda.
NASCAR
Yeah.
Holler Talk this week especially was like
Matt 100%
90%.
has
Dude, they're
tinfoil
like,
under
they're like,
all
No, he
his
wanted
hats.
me to make a shirt that was like a picture of tinfoil.
Yes.
Holler Talk this week was big fans of Talladega.
I,
What? What does-
There's nothing you can say. It's
What-
terrible.
I'm trying to say, like, what does the public think? Like, and
Bro.
what's the public reaction?
the funniest
Like-
part to me was when I saw
Everyone hated him.
Who
I
was-
mean, we liked it.
who was the one guy.
We had 47 passes for the lead by 3 guys.
Yeah, that
Like-
was like, oh, what are we fixing? Like there was 47 lead changes.
Oh,
and it's
dude,
like,
that was so bad.
and it's like
that was so.
you know
bad.
what? Well, you know what that gave me? That gave me. Well, we have a console for people that don't have like have
bro?
internet.
100%. If you
It's
know
the
anything about
360.
gaming, yeah, bro,
It's the Xbox 360.
100%.
You don't have to buy the Xbox One. Buy the 360.
Nintendo just did the same thing.
Yeah,
You don't have to buy the Nintendo Switch. You can just buy the Nintendo One.
Yep, that it doesn't matter because they're going to sell a
Anyways,
billion
that's
of them.
Wayne.
Yep, sorry.
That's all I got for notes.
That's for the other podcast.
Good lord.
Yeah, I don't need
Welcome to
that.
the podcast, Lindsay.
Yeah, did you have fun?
I've
can-
been on the podcast before.
That's
Have
true,
you?
technically.
I
Yeah,
don't remember.
Not this season.
it was
she
when
had to
y'all
fill in
went
for
to
me.
Bristol.
I've been,
You
and
guys
I was
called
on
in?
the podcast
Oh, yeah,
in like
true,
one of the
true.
first episodes.
Uh,
Episode like 4 or 5.
Were you?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I lost to a watermelon that day.
Probably.
I think it was one of those days. We don't do the watermelons anymore.
What we
Oh
learned
no.
from this is that I'm
She's
only
making
on
her
here-
I'll
return.
try it.
The watermelon.
Try it.
Matt has been shutting this down for like a year, and I've been like slowly trying to like introduce. He's like,
I keep
Grandma-
losing to
well,
the
it does
watermelon.
taste pretty good. I might
Grandma
have to try.
wants the watermelon.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
May-
showing up that weekend, guys.
Memorial Day weekend,
A week.
Motorsports Christmas. There will be a
There-
watermelon.
Yep. That's a good one. That's a good day for it.
I may not be on the podcast.
Well,
Bro, if Ross
Just
Chastain
control
wins,
yourself.
the Coke 600.
It's just so delicious.
it is so good.
It's so
And then I
good.
eat some food, and I want another drink. I eat some more food, and I want another drink. It's just
the problem is
then
you don't taste anything,
you don't.
and it is extremely potent.
Yeah.
I think it's gross.
Nah,
It's
But it's
amazing.
fun. I'm about
I've
the
been told by family to
experience.
cut grandma off.
No,
I know
grandma.
you guys call me grandma.
No, grandma loves The
Oh, yeah.
pineapple. Literally in the family group chat today, she texts the whole family and is like, what drink was it? One of like
Some pre-made margarita
Some
thing.
margarita
She was
thing. It's
killing it on the
buy-
buy one get one.
she
at
goes,
Publix.
just so everyone knows, it's buy one, get one at Publix. I already got mine.
Grandma,
and we're
you
like,
need to
okay,
stop.
Grandma.
Gonna go raid our fridge when I mow our yard next week.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes, it's season 3.
Yeah,
Podcast?
we're in.
Yes.
Are we in
3.
season 3?
We're in season
Yes.
3.
Oh wow!
I
Congrats.
think this
Look
might
at
be
us.
our 90th episode. We're right
Is
around
it?
there. We're right around there.
No.
Oh my gosh,
Well,
we need to do
we're-
something
we're
cool for the
30
100th episode.
Yeah.
It's probably Pocono.
We should do that. We definitely
It'd
should.
be pretty close.
I think
a
we're close to
watermelon.
Pocono. No, stop.
Maybe something like that. I
We
don't
did
know.
make the most diabolical drink of all time.
It was pretty bad.
Done
I
that
do
way
think
too
it
many
would be
times.
fun
Hey,
for like
real quick
the
before you
championship.
totally can us out, DJ. Kansas next week.
Pull back the
Ross
music.
won this in September. We're gonna do it next week.
I think Brad's finally gonna shine
Also, I think it
I
would
hope
be
he
fun
does,
to have
bro.
a championship party.
I want to celebrate a Brad win with
like
you,
a
Matt.
polished turd.
We've only celebrated one Brad win together.
Yeah, we were there for it. That was good.
That was good. We were in person.
Well,
We've only celebrated one Ross win in person.
wait. Oh, in person.
Are you talking about because Brad's
Darlington.
I don't even
definitely
remember
won.
that win. I
Darlington.
haven't seen him win in the
Oh
Cup
man,
Series.
Coke Zero. I don't know if it was Wawa, but the 250
It was Xfinity
before
right?
the 400. Yep, it
Yeah, it was
smashed the
Xfinity.
watermelon.
Yep, I remember that. Okay.
Yep, and we've
I
been
was like,
there.
I don't
for,
remember the Cup win.
Been there for that. Been there for a Brad win.
That was back when Colleague was good.
We need to pick more winners.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. Well, it's been fun. Definitely make sure you like, follow, and share all our social platforms: X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and well, no, we already said X. Definitely join the Discord. There's all kinds of fun stuff going on in there. You get to see a bunch of diecast from Robert, so that's always fun. And we'll see you guys next week after. Where are we going again?
Kansas.
Kansas.
Perfect. See you guys next
Kansas.
week.
Yee yee.